Joy and welcome to my studio. We're going to be learning some individual wax designs, and if you're not familiar with the wax technique, come on over and check out this link and it'll teach you all the basics you need to know.
We're going to be creating the Cosmos flower, and I want a smaller center, so I'm going to be using my mini craft circles. And you can create it with just the inside circle just like that and create the outside, or if you need a little bit of help, you can go ahead and put that outside circle in. You have a template, and you can freehand it, or you can come in here and put your individual petals on. And the petals are almost like a heart, but without the tail, and that was the closest flower I could find to this that I have been working with. And I'm leaving a little bit of room between the petals, and we'll show you why. And this one, there's a lot of things you can do with it, a lot of things you can add or not add. Now I got that one a little bit further away, so we're gonna just stop and move him back just a little bit. And remember, your pattern is just an idea. It doesn't matter if you don't follow it exactly. And we can make that one a little bit bigger. It's nice to have an odd number because it's more pleasing, and I know I ended up with 8 instead. So what you could do is you can make these smaller. It doesn't matter. But on this one, it doesn't quite matter as much if they're even or not quite even. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to start putting my strokes on. We're going to start on the outside left and pull it till we get to the middle. And repeat that on both sides. Just going to go around our whole flower here. Now, normally I tell you not to touch the other stroke while it's still wet because the wax runs together. But in this, that's fine because it is one petal. So you can see how the warm wax actually runs together, and that's okay. And the stroke that you use, or the tool that you use, depends on the size of the stroke you want. And if you wanted just the petals and weren't going to do anything down the middle, you could have them really close next to each other. So I'm going to do some different things in between the strokes here. Now, with a bunch of different things we can do to the flower, and one of the fun things that I like to do is I like to do descending dots starting at the middle. You could even just do one dot, but I like to come in the middle and do descending dots on each one of those. And how much room you have is probably going to depend on your tool size. I think that just kind of gives it that flowery look to me. Fun, festive kind of look. Try to make sure that your dots aren't close enough that they run together. Now, instead of the dots, you could come in and you could do strokes on each side of the leaf, or you can do both. So we've talked about basically 3 different things already on the inside that you could do. Just one dot. You could do one dot and the 2 strokes. You could even pull the strokes up from this direction and go this way instead of putting anything else in the center. So this flower especially, there's a just really start to get you thinking about all the different things that you can do to it. There's so many different ideas. So we've done that. One of the other things that I like to do with this flower is do the dot on top right where the petals meet. Now, we'll do that all the way around. Do your dots nice and slow so you don't get these little flecks of colors. Those happen when you're doing them too fast. Now see how that even totally changed our flower. Now you can also come in and add a stroke right down the middle, and that's why I left the room for that, and totally changes it. Or you can add the stroke going this direction, which again totally changes the flower. So you have all of these different options. Another thing that I do, instead of doing the one dot at the ends, I will do descending dots off of the ends of the flower. So you're totally changing that again. So just think about what you can add to it, what you like, what you don't like, and just start experimenting and adding your touch to it, because you may like it a certain way and not another way. Now, of course, we're going to finish this off by adding our center here with descending dots. Make sure your dots are not touching until they're completely dry. Otherwise the wax will run together and you'll lose your dot shape. You can make this a smaller circle. It doesn't have to be this big of a circle. And another thing I do to these flowers, and you can totally change the look of it, instead of doing dots, do the circle stroke pattern in it, how to make a small circle. So you just divide it off into strokes instead. Instead of round, I'm going to add some orange here. And just keep on adding it. So by changing your center to dots, or instead of dots to the circle, you totally change the look of it again. And then you can decide if you want to add flowers to it or petals to it, or what you want to do with that. So that is totally up to you.
I hope you enjoyed our little video for you today. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and we ask that you hit the share button and share it on Facebook or other media. And for any of our products, please visit miriamjoy.com. And thank you, and God bless.